Dost started with the simple idea that every parent, despite their circumstances, when provided with the right amount of help and access to resources, can give a great start to their child's life.
Our vision is to see all children learning in high quality schools and education systems led by empowered leaders in India.
Core belief from which we started working was that parental involvement is extremely crucial in a child's life and often can determine to a large extent how the child grows up to be.
Supporting families and caregivers has been the center of the work we do right from the day we began.
We work to enhance parental involvement in children's lives.
We believe that effective school leadership can have a positive cascading effect on the staff, students, and the community the school serves.
And we know parents are the most motivated to provide the best for their child.
We also believe that this point about parental involvement is a little underappreciated in our society. And we have also seen that in India, there's a lack of systemic engagement with parents, systemic support to parents to be able to engage with their children better.
Every child, irrespective of where they are born, deserves the right to a healthy and a happy life. With the pandemic coming in, the definition of supporting families completely changed for us. Parents that we were working with were not worried that their children were not going to school anymore. They had bigger problems. Few of them had lost their jobs. Some were facing domestic abuse at home. We knew we had to tackle those important problems first before we could start speaking about education of their child.
Alokit was literally born when COVID hit India. The first big blow that came to us was when we realized we could not start working on a project with one of our government partners. As COVID spread throughout the country, we could not sign the long-term contract with our partner and it got delayed by more than a year.
I think for Saajha, there were fundamentally two changes. One was, before COVID, a lot of our work, in fact, majority of our work used to involve a lot of traveling, field work, face-to-face interaction with our stakeholders and parents, which completely stopped due to COVID. And the second was before COVID, the majority of our work used to be in schools with school management committees and parents who were members of the school management committees. Due to the lockdown, of course, the schools closed down, so that kind of work was not possible in that way anymore. So we had to change. When the lockdown happened, we found out that we have a network of parents with us. So without thinking much, we just started calling them. And throughout the year, in fact, we have continued to call these parents and call them back and so on and so forth. But the nature of conversation has shifted from the first phase after lockdown to the subsequent phases. During the first phase, immediately after the lockdown, the conversation was much more directed towards understanding how they're doing, what their status is, whether the ration is being provided, and so on and so forth. Whereas towards the end, after July last year, in fact, when the situation eased a little bit, we started to have a conversation because we wanted to understand what they're doing at home, what the children are doing at home, whether they're studying or not, if they're studying, how they're studying, what sort of help they're getting from the schools and the system, how the parents are going to sort of support the children, what challenges they're facing therein by sort of supporting their children in their studies and so on and so forth.
What's changed during COVID is all of us have come to realize the role of parents in a child's life. Schools have been shut and kids have been spending a lot of time at home. And we've all collectively realized parents need support in providing the best environment for a child to thrive.